We first begin from the labour front, where the industrial court has restrained the 12 labour unions from embarking on any strike until issues of the second-tier pension fund are resolved.
Meanwhile, the court has adjourned indefinitely the ruling on the substantive case over who manages the second-tier pension scheme. The report is by Daniel Opoku.
The court was presided over by Justice Kweku Said Jan. Presenting the ruling, he recalled government's role in seeking an ex-parte motion to restrain the unions from resuming the strike. Justice Said Jan was emphatic that the Attorney General was seeking the court to slap monetary sanctions on the labour unions to pay for their previous strike action. In recounting the evidence brought before it by the counsel for the respondents, Justice Said Jan said the Labour Act allows workers to embark on a strike, but quickly stated the strike action by the unions should have been the last resort after negotiations with government had broken down. He pointed out that such strike actions could mar the operations of government. He therefore placed an interlocutory injunction on the 12 labour unions not to resume any strike action until determination of the case. But counsel for the respondents was not happy about the ruling.
Even in the absence of a strike, there can be an order to prevent or to restrain a continuation of a strike. In the absence of an act, how can you restrain that act itself? And again, to say that public sector workers, when they advance on strike to protect their economic interests, the state's interests rather ought to prevail. To me, it's very reactionary.
The council is to appeal the case within 21 days.
It's also pertinent to note that there's one that does not dispose of the matter at all. It only deals with our contention that our constitutional right to go on strike has been curtailed. That is all. Yes, as for the substantive matters raised before the court, they are still pending, and that will be dealt with, I think, in January. And the judge was very careful in making that clear. He stated throughout the ruling that this ruling does not dispose of the issue at all. The main matters for determination are still hanging.
We sought to find out whether labour unions in the country could embark on any future strike.
If the ruling stands as it is now, then it means that workers cannot, even with full compliance with the provisions of the Labour Act, go on strike. And I do not understand how that can happen. The judge himself stated that the Labour Act even recognizes the right of workers to go on strike. It means there can be lawful strike. So is it the case that we cannot even embark on lawful strike? Is that what the court is saying, that we cannot embark on lawful strike? That even if there is a recourse to all the procedures in the Labour Act, the workers can still not go on strike? That, I think, is very reactionary.
Meanwhile, leadership of the labour unions has described the ruling as fair. Executive Secretary of CLOCSAG, Isaac Bampo Ado, spoke with our reporter Daniel Opoku.
The union has warned of demonstrations nationwide if government should implement the slashing of their first-year pension funds from 50% to 37%.
I think it was a fair judgment, because normally when you go for arbitration, you should hold on all industrial action. So personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's normal.
Meanwhile, the leadership of the union is unhappy about attempts by government to slash their first-tier pension funds from 50% to 37%. The unions have threatened demonstration if the issue is not handled properly.
Another issue has come to add to this issue, that's the first year, where government has sent an amendment bill to Parliament to reduce the formula for calculating benefits for workers. And I think this is even a more serious issue than even the second tier. We are meeting as a group, and then we are going to look at the issues, and then whatever is decided, we'll take action. You know, the ruling by the judge today was on the second tier. Should it become necessary for us to go on strike on the first tier, we'll do it.